Hey guys, what's going on? Carter here. I was going through my knives and saw both of these beauties next to each other and figured it would warrant its own video. This is going to be a Spyderco military versus Spyderco paramilitary. I happen to have them both, and I happen to have them both in the exact same configuration. Now this one here is my pride and joy. I've had this for a long time and I've used the crap out of it. It has been through so much with me. You know, those knives that just kind of have that special place because you've done so much with it. Some stupid stuff, some regular use. I've had to replace the body screws, which is why they are not black, because I forgot to tell Spyderco that I had the black blade version, so they just sent me the standard ones. It's been sharpened a bunch of times, and really great knife. And conversely, here is the military, which is also a really great knife. Hasn't quite been used as much as my paramilitary, but you know, one day that'll change. So, quick comparison between the two in case you were wondering or deciding between them. You can see the overall length difference. You're getting quite a bit more knife in the military. The blades, however, are not quite as pronounced in terms of size. You can see that the military, you only get a little bit more blade length. Most of it's in the handle. You can see how much more handle you have on the military. So if you're concerned about getting the most blade for your handle size, this will give you a better ratio. If you don't care, it doesn't matter. Reason for that is you can see how much of this, pretty much all of this, is just extra handle back here, whereas the paramilitary 2 fits in there a little bit better. Let's do weights. I'm kind of curious on this myself. I don't know what the difference is on weights. So the military comes in at 4.4 ounces. Super light for how big it is. Look at that knife. Huge. So 4.4 ounces. Paramilitary 2, 3.9. And I do have a lanyard on there, which maybe is an ounce or something. I don't know. So they're not that far off from each other. Even though this one's smaller, it's only a little bit lighter. And that's just due to construction. This has skeletonized liners on both sides, whereas the military, almost this whole side is just solid G10. Locking mechanisms are completely different. This has the reverse liner lock, or the compression lock is what they call it. Basically, it's a liner lock that locks in the back, on the back side of a piece coming off of the tang. Similar principle though in how it interacts with an angle on the back of the tang. You know, but other than that, it's quite a bit different. I have a whole video about the compression lock if you want to check that out, but it distributes the force quite differently than a traditional liner lock, which is what the military is. You can see right there. It's a little bit different than a traditional liner lock because it's actually an inset piece. It is not part of a full steel liner. It's an inset piece, so that does help keep the weight down. You can see it is a steel liner lock. Both of these are rock solid. I'm not sure if one's stronger than the other or not. One of the other bigger differences is the military is tip down only carry. Paramilitary is tip up and tip down. Both of these, actually the military is right hand only. Paramilitary is left hand, tip up, tip down. So a lot more options with the paramilitary 2 than the military. And the reason for the pocket clip just goes back to the construction, how it does not have steel over here, so there's nothing for the pocket clip to go into. There's also no steel down here. There's only part of this lock bar here. There's a steel insert up here that everything goes into. So that's the reason why it is tip down carry only. But with a knife this size, and especially with the spider hole, it is really not a big deal. When you actually go in to grab it, it's kind of nice to have your thumb by the spider hole, you can just do the spider drop, flick it open, or just, you know, swivel it around and it's good to go. So it definitely is not a hindrance, just a matter of getting used to it, which happens pretty quick. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to show off these two awesome Spyderco knives. Twin brothers, twin sisters, whatever you want to call it. Alright guys, I'm out of here.